is not something your group is charging, but your
Your
national,
organization.
yeah. But all the rest of the costs for the going to the conference will be kind of waived.
I have no other questions.
Thank you for your time, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
I did not know newspaper for that much.
Yeah.
Who is this?
That was a very good presentation. And she came to me before, I was worried, but she did a really good job.
Is it?
4:35.
Next
5
one.
minutes.
School number.
ICMA is out there?
Yeah, bring them in. So they are terms like that. Oh.
Hi there. Is it right to use PowerPoint or?
Yeah. It doesn't, like you guys are doing a conference, right?
Yes.
Okay, unless
Do
you
you have
want
a
to.
presentation you created for this specifically?
We did have some minor changes that occurred like recently. I think the original proposal we gave you said we were taking 12 students. That number has shrunk to 4. Just due to various factors, our faculty advisor suggested we bring the number down just because, one, we were struggling to find people. Two, just given the amount of time we have, vetting is a bit of an issue at the moment. So we kind of kept it a need to know.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't think any of the budget has really changed. But I do have a PowerPoint if you'd like to see it.
It's up to you.
If you created it, you might
Yeah.
as well.
So you work for this. Is this something weird with this thing? Yeah.
You were something weird.
This thing, right?
Your equipment, you can move that thing around, so it'll just like move down.
But
If not, I can do my numbers up here if that works for you guys.
Because I have to bring my laptop up, right? That's what they
Sure.
do.
Sure.
Okay,
Let me pull up my talking points here.
Take your time.
So, I guess I'll start off. My name is Alex Mills. I'm the president for the International City County Managers Association student chapter here at Cleveland State. We are essentially the student version of the professional organization that serves city managers across both the United States and the world. So anybody that goes into like city management or works as a department head for a city government, they're more than likely an ICMA member. It's essentially our goal to help students with networking, getting them into the field, getting them to know these individuals, and helping to establish connections to further their career goals. So that kind of brings us to why we're here today. The OCMA, which is the state's organization for ICMA, is holding their annual winter conference here in March from the 6th to the 8th. And we are planning on sending students down. In order to do that, though, we need funding. And essentially, that breaks down into mileage reimbursement, a meal reimbursement, and accommodations for the hotel. Thankfully, the conference itself is free for students, so we were able to avoid a very large cost there. The biggest amount in terms of the budget is the lodging, which will cost us about $1,100, give or take. We plan on staying at the Sheraton in Columbus, which is not too far from the Renaissance. Originally, we had suggested going for a Airbnb, but given the number of students that are now going, we think it is much more feasible to put us in a hotel closer to the event. Outside of that, mileage should cost us anywhere, at about $610 for mileage reimbursed. We're guessing about 4 vehicles go down, 4 vehicles come up. We'll be paying for gas. On top of that, we also are planning on counting for at least 2 meals a day for each individual. That comes down to about $192. Again, those are not entirely set in stone just because cars mileage vary, where people eat vary, but the one that is, and the biggest item, is the hotel, which is about $1,100. Is there anything else you'd like to know on how to do with this?
So you said you changed the number of people.
Yes.
So does this reflect that? Sorry.
No, that's what I'm gonna ask. So, as a start, why do you still need 4 cars for 4 people?
That's just in case everybody, some individuals may want to go on their own. We are going to suggest carpooling.
Like, just as a start, I understand like some people may want their own comfort, but like.
But
we
there's
are
a cost.
so we are still a student organization, so we are because you were going in 12, and now you are asking even more money than earlier when you are going with 4. And like your lodging was $400 for 12 people. Now you want $1,100 just for lodging for 4 people. So it should work the other way around, like less people, less cost. And like, yeah.
Yeah, so, I remember we talked to Kirby, right?
Yes.
And, sounds like a great event. I mean, you talked at length with us about it.
But not about this part.
Yeah, but that was when you guys had 12 people. And,
And all this was like,
and your meals per day and your, the lodging stuff was all really fair. And you clearly tried to find the best price, but, yeah, like you said, like, when we get other groups to go to conferences like that, it's always gonna be like, okay, how many people can we fit in this car? It's like, this is coming out of the students' tuition money, so it's like, we're not gonna like, afford people like the big luxury of like, getting a car from SGA just to drive on our own. We could fit the 4 people in a car, like 4 people in a room, But we still, we still love the event and want you guys to get it.
if you, where is the conference again?
Columbus. So it's about a 2-hour drive.
And how many days?
2 days, technically. We arrive on the 6th, the main events take place on the 7th, and then there's a send-off event on the 8th.
This is Columbus event?
Yes.
I mean, you could just do, instead of mileage, you could just do gas and tolls,
Or it's the,
because it would bring it down dramatically. If you really wanted to bring your own cars, you could be reimbursed for gas and tolls instead of getting reimbursed for the mileage.
it's how it happened, the whole thing changed. So,
I know, I get it.
like 1,100 for a hotel for 4 people in Columbus, it's like,
Each person would have their own room.
and like their own suite. So, I mean, like, you guys really need to bring it up.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's 1 car per person is not going to matter. I can tell you that.
So, you guys said 12 people, and this is the one I'm seeing right now where the hotel lodging is 400.
Because that's Airbnb, they were going to, which makes sense.
Yeah, no.
But,
Like, you have the individual quotes, 'cause we could just use whatever quotes you had last time and just, provide it, but raise it to everybody and have it for different hotel lodges, right? We have 12 people, like 4 people.
I mean, if you brought it down to just 2 rooms instead of 4, so 2 people per room.
so you,
And
no, really.
we're just trying to come to a happy medium here. So like trying to budge a little bit with like, why did everyone need their own room? Was there a reason for that? Was there a reason that everybody needed their own car too? Like,
Not necessarily. I think that just got overlooked in planning. We're relatively new at this. I recently just took over the presidency. The organization itself has only really been on campus for about 1.5 years. So we're kind of learning as we go here. So mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah.
it's not exactly a mistake, and it's not like it's your fault. We're just trying to tell you like what SGA has to work with.
Right. I understand. You have a limited budget, and you want to make sure that that budget is used effectively and efficiently.
Yeah.
But, do you want me to reopen the budget so you guys can have a chance to, like, we already know the presentation, and And then just so you can like change the amount?
Or do we just approve it for a certain
Yeah,
amount?
you
This
don't
is
have
just
to-
us letting them
yeah.
know.
Okay.
You know, really here, we don't make any decisions, but we just let people know, sort of transparency, here's what our decision-making is gonna be based off of, you know, some of our thoughts and questions, so.
Because we have another meeting after this thing, just.
Right.
We love meetings.
I mean, like when clearly when it came to the office, we were all on the same page, but I don't know what happened after the meeting.
Our advisor kind of threw a curveball at us and suggested that we bring the number down, just because they were concerned about liability and the number of people going, that they wouldn't be able
We
to.
don't have a problem with the number of people, like, we have had 20 people going, but we don't have a problem with that. But your price is going up, while your people are
We're
going
going
down.
down. It doesn't look
That's
good.
the
I know.
curveball, so. Right, that is good, right?
No, I mean, I don't know what he was basing the liability off of.
Probably if they're attending, what type of involvement they may have.
Oh, the advice.
Just
Well,
essentially
something about
making
that.
sure that the people we're sending down are A-okay,
Right.
no skeletons in the closet, nothing that will come back to haunt us
Because they're a
essentially.
new organization,
Mhm.
so maybe
There are
they're,
a lot of those also.
that is true, yeah. I mean, I guess that they're playing it safe, and, you know, I have to just respect you guys for playing it safe. Just, but yeah, so if you can just take the quotes, like what you had originally for like the 12 people, and we could just like, you could just base, you know, the new 4 people off that.
And if, and just so you know, the good thing is also that instead of you spending all the money in one conference, you can go into a conference. Why not do that rather than, you know, you still have one more hearing, like, which is in a month or so. So like, maybe you guys have another conference or like, I don't know, another trip or an off-campus event, or you wanna, you know, like, visit another city that is very well known in America for their city planning circumstances. So you can use those money for second trip instead of just one fancy trip.
Of course. So then, you'd like us to relook at our numbers then and get back to you? How soon do we have on that?
7 days.
I was just gonna say, definitely before the first.
We can make that happen. Absolutely.
Or-
All right, we good?
And I'm gonna reopen the budget so that means you can go.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Here's hoping you guys get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm here,
We have fallen off
Spencer, somebody, the next person could be in here.
Somebody's making me hard to
Director, we got going on here.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
I really need some calendar routine or something for example.
National Association.
Examiner. Let me eat that.
I mean, like,
Hey, this is going well.
yes, it's.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Delta Sigma Theta?
No, National Association.
National, was Delta Sigma Theta out there? We just skipped over, it. Sorry.
No, it's okay, I can wait.
Still on here?
Yeah, but like, what if they got here at like 4:40 when we started that thing at?
We would've, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nobody's
fine.
running off, they need one.
Okay, it's all yours.
And say that.
Hi, I'm the president, not the treasurer. Our treasurer's kind of been like MIA, so I don't know exactly what I need to do. I put in the budget request, so.
So, usually, a group can send any member to
Okay.
present at SGA hearing.
Okay.
And, what you would do is just kind of talk a little bit about what you put the
What we
budget
put
in
in?
for.
Okay.
And then after you talk about the event or travel, whatever it may be, then you kind of break down exactly what the expenses are that you are presenting.
Okay, so we did for the conference at Case Western, it's, called the Cuyahoga Conference on, social welfare. It's on March 8th. We put in for $300, which is enough for 15 students to go in. And then we did Advocacy Day, which is April 2nd. We put in $375. And then we also put in for 2 vans to go down, but I had talked to, well, Janet had replied on there that it would need to be, hello. That it would need to be like redone through you guys so that the, all the taxes would be taken out or something like that.
What was this for? Sorry, yeah.
The vans,
Oh, so we actually make a reservation
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah.
and there's a discount, that they would give us.
yeah, so I would just need to like cancel my reservations, but I put in like the amount for how much it would have been with taxes, so it would be less, without the taxes. And then we put in for shirts, but we found out that you guys don't do shirts anymore. And then we put in for food, for meetings, which is open to everybody. And then, no, okay, that's fine. And then, what else did we do? I think that's it.
T-shirts, gift cards for raffle.
Oh yeah, we wanted to do a raffle like in the interlink to try and raise money, so.
We could try to,
Yeah, we're gonna like, we're thinking about doing for like some kind of like organization or
No
nonprofit.
gift cards.
Okay, that's fine.
So no food for meetings, no gift cards, and no T-shirts for organization.
but
Okay,
that's just about like our only 3 rules, so you really hit every single.
And alcohol, and alcohol also.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically the only 4 rules, so you
Okay.
really hit everything in there.
okay.
If you need an explanation on it.
No,
why,
no,
too.
it's fine.
Okay.
We have said no to everyone, because like, our budget comes from like, student fees, so we want to make sure that your event is supposed to benefit everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, so if you like needed like that money that you were gonna raise with those gift cards,
She does.
okay.
Just kidding. So, yeah. Do you have any questions for us?
No, that was it. Was there anything else in there? I think that was everything. Oh, and I put in like $20 for parking because the advocacy day is like down in Columbus. And then I also put in like money for gas, and that's it. Good?
You're renting a car?
Yes.
So, oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Oh, okay, sweet.
And
Thanks,
just
guys.
to let you know, the decision date is the 1st of March.
Okay,
So
sounds good.
that's close to when you guys are going, so once you find out, we'll have to.
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay.
Sounds great.
The one wanted to spend in. What? Maybe this,
Yeah, and it doesn't, like, approve the way that it's supposed to, it always approves now, it's actually not like actually.
Alright.
No, no.
So speak up, council, when, hold on.
National Society, National Society of Leaders.
So I didn't have a presentation like online, I printed off some slides.
Sorry.
Okay, that's gonna be this because we weren't able to. figure
Okay,
out-
cool. I have 5 copies though. I think so.
I don't know.
You're good? Okay, well, my name is Hannah Lipka. I'm treasurer for National Society of Leadership and Success that we have here on campus. Essentially, you know, the National Society of Leadership and Success is a nationwide organization, so it's not just here at CSU. We have over 600 chapters, over 1 million members across the country. So it is one of the nation's largest leadership honor society. We're just looking to make better leaders for better world tomorrow, basically. Then specifically at Cleveland State, we have about 800 so active members, and about 600 alumni. And throughout the semester, members are able to attend different orientations and leadership training days, just like different events that help them build their leadership skills and, you know, become a leader overall. Membership is initially just sent out to students with a certain GPA, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But students are always able to apply online too if they don't meet that
We
specific
didn't have
requirement.
an invitation to do that.
What's that?
I did get one, well, I did get a pen invitation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, it's all right. You're right, no, that's okay. But yeah, so it's not just like an exclusive organization. People can apply to join, you know, get the membership sent to them that way. We also have different workshops throughout the year and community service activities that we set up too. So then on the third, fourth slide there, just a calendar from last semester, kind of showing what a typical month might look like for us. a couple different speaker broadcasts, which are usually happening in the Berkeley Hall main auditorium, community service events, just like things like that. So basically for the budget, we have mapped out on here. The biggest chunk of it is requesting for housekeeping fees and conference services, like setup charges, just for those speaker broadcasts, just for cleaning up the auditorium. Also, 2 of our events are held in the ballroom in the student center, so that just has an extra fee on that. We also have a social event, which is the Pizza Party Social, which is open to all CSU students. And kind of a way to get people interested in the organization and come say hi if they don't really know what it's about. The last one's just printing charges, and the last slide kind of shows how we divide that up. So we usually print more with like colored pages, that's why it's a bit on the higher end, but that's just usually the amount we end up spending for printing. So just the total down there, the $3,130 is for the budget.
That's a lot of money.
What's that?
That's a lot of money just for printing.
Sure.
You know, you have to spend that in the next 2 months or 3 months.
Sure, well, you can see on here, we mapped out just number of pages and how many copies we usually print for each of those. I do want to say that the induction one should not have gone on there. We were debating that within the organization, and we ended up ultimately not, because the budget had been submitted, so we weren't sure about that one. But the induction one would have been lower anyway, but yeah.
I mean, it's for printing anyway, so for us it doesn't make a difference.
Well,
But, no, I mean, no, like, for example, like, they are going to print stuff for their events and stuff. This one doesn't have to do.
I mean, I guess.
No, I mean, like, when they ask for printing and duplicating, they don't have to give us reason what stuff like type of event is going to be printed.
Right, we would have to go to something that would benefit all.
So, anyhow.
Yeah, I just realized that too on that one. There is a lot of money for that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know yet, and I'm not the one who decides.
Okay. Is there any questions or anything you want to ask?
Anybody?
Yeah, we use the printers, yeah. Yeah. That's just the, I don't think it included from my Excel sheet, but we like found like the price per page, like just, around there, so it's like, yeah.
No other questions from us? Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Good luck to everybody.
Either Delta Sigma Theta or Order of Omega.
She's in my head. She's in my Or balsam and vinegar and basil, huh?
What's
Whoa, friend!
Hey! Who's this?
Oh, she's my,
No, it's Order of Omega.
Now here I am, yeah.
she sits to me, next to me every day, like twice a week.
Is this the one with the gas you told us about?
She sits,
Hiya!
she sits next to me twice a week, every morning. She never talked to me.
Where?
What does she want?
Financial one? Do you think financial one?
Finance? Oh no.
Whoa.
My twin might, yeah,
Yeah,
not me.
You're
I
Do you
am
actually have a
not,
friend?
I mean, no.
Oh, okay. Look, I thought I knew.
No. Finance,
So I've never seen you before?
yeah, it's like last time we did this. Now I'm in a different club now.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Wait, yeah, you're for a sorority, right?
Yeah, I came for fun. I went to my leadership thing. I'm just saying, it was the best time of my life. Literally the best time. It was so fun. I made so many friends and learned so many good things and like how to handle confrontation and like do all these things. And the Alabama president's like, schedule a flight and come visit us like March 1st. So yeah, it was awesome.
Good.
So thank you.
Let's go.
The money is good. Yes.
So I'm Brandon Speedy. I'm a member of Hawkeye Epsilon fraternity and a member of the Order of Omega.
I'm Meg, and I'm the president of FIMU, and now I'm also in Omega.
So I guess we'll kind of talk about what Order Omega is real quick for those of you who don't know. And then after that, we can go into the proposition that we have, I suppose. So Order of Omega is a national honor society for the, essentially the elites of the Greek community. So we're the top 3% in scholastic achievement, extracurricular activity, leadership experience, basically really endorsing all the things that Greek life really preaches and harps on, and making sure that each of us does our purpose to serve the higher power, the greater good, and making sure that we develop a society that is favorable for everyone. And really engineering ways that allow us to propel forward together as a society, and welcoming more among our ranks, just to get people for the cause. Megan is a recent initiate of the Order of Omega. She has a couple words she'd like to say.
Yeah, so far, I've only been in a few weeks, but it really has made me want to be a better person in a way, which like I already do try to hold myself to like a really high standard, but being like the president of a sorority, I always wanted to like do my best to like show and give a good example for like the women in my organization. But now that I'm like representing our organization as a whole, like when I'm in class or like walking, I know people know that I'm in Order of Omega, and I know that I have a higher standard than being the president. So now it's just really pushed me to do like hold me accountable, like try my best at honestly everything, like even like obviously school, and like making sure I get all my duties done, and really makes me want to try to make our Greek community and our campus like kind of just a better place for like all students, not just Greek.
Right, and like I said, again, trying to make it a better place for everyone, and having anyone who wants to join along the way get in for the party. So going into the proposition now, a majority of the funding, or actually all of it, is to support an event called Greek Week, which is actually, as you can imagine, a series of events throughout the 6-day period. So it's Monday through Saturday, and each day has a different event, and it will require different levels of participation, essentially. And it offers a bunch of different ways of seeing, like, no, you're fine. No, go ahead. It offers a bunch of different ways of seeing Greeks in live action. So whether it be us mingling in a social event, participating in, like I said, academic or otherwise thrill-seeking events, endeavors, or demonstrating our creative talent, and then showing how physically enduring something along those lines we can be in times that require it. So obviously I'm like illustrating, I know it's been a really long day, I'm sorry. So I'm illustrating each of the events that goes on through the week. So the first day is like a welcoming ceremony or an opening day ceremony. There's a torch carry. It's symbolic of carrying the torch from old members to new members, and showing our place on campus, I guess, and having kind of a little hurrah to that. And then after that is where the social event happens, which will be kind of like a massive mixer, like just an event that allows all of us to be in the same room. So now, again, we're talking about representing about 250 people, and possibly more, hopefully more, because Greek Week not only serves as a celebration of our community, but also double-handedly as a recruiting event. So this entire week is basically organized to allow our members to enjoy a sense of community, but to also say, hey, here's something great that we have. We'll share it with you, and if this is something you're interested in, please come along.
So anybody in CSU can go to that?
Yes.
That's
So
great.
with the exception of like Saturday, which is the banquet, which is like specifically for like awarding things, and that's like the only thing. Otherwise, Monday through Friday, anyone can attend. There's one event that is participation is paid for admission, and that money goes towards a philanthropy, which is either Movember, which is a men's health awareness nonprofit kind of organization that supports men's health problems and discussing those. And then the other one is Circle of Sisterhood. You want to talk about Circle of Sisterhood real quick? Anything to say?
I mean, Circle of Sisterhood really has kind of united all the sororities for us, like as women, which obviously it is really important to have that nice like sisterhood, especially making like girlfriends on campus, because I know like obviously girls can be mean or things like that. So it's really nice to have a support system only within your chapter, but then like you see girls from other sororities that you know and you want to be friends with them, and they want like we want to push each other to just do our best in everything, and you have friends to sit with in class, friends to study with, people to raise money for philanthropy for. So it is really a great like part of being in a Greek organization, which we really like to promote, like sisterhood, not just within like sororities, but like sisterhood as like a community as a whole, which is really nice.
So right, so these programs are both dedicated to empowering people, and making sure that they feel good about themselves and they're doing what's best for them, and being, again, a conducive member of society. So, every day has an event. So Tuesday is the canned food structure build. So each chapter will collect canned foods. They'll build some cool structure out of it, and mind you that these organizations have to make sure that the things that they bring are of good merit, of good quality, not expired, not damaged, not anything else that would inhibit, their value. Then they build something nice, then those are graded. And then all those cans, all those preserved goods, will go to Lift Up High.